Bumrah, so there's a few different things that he does. One thing is that when you release the ball normally, you release the ball from behind the crease, right? And because he's got this weird action where he releases it from forward. So there's a couple of bowlers in the world that do this, but he releases 40 centimeters closer to the batter than anyone else, and that works out to about 3 or 4 miles per hour. So that's the first thing you have. The second thing that you have, Rob, is that most top order batters, what they're really doing is they're actually trying to work out what the bowler is going to do as he runs in. So that's why long run-ups are really, really helpful to batters and short run-ups aren't. So Wasim Akram and Jasprit Bumrah have a huge advantage by having a short run-up. The other thing is that his action isn't like anyone else's. He collapses a little bit. He has this sort of weird whip of his wrist and his elbow and everything else. So the ball doesn't come out exactly the place that you're expecting it to. You're expecting the ball to come out over here, and it actually comes out sometimes here, sometimes even over the top of his head. So where you're looking, where you've been trained to look your whole life, doesn't come out. So everything there is basically what top level batters do as much as possible. But essentially, what you have in that sort of a situation is all the normal things that you're looking for. So we know that if you face 145 kilometers per hour off a bowler and you're a top level batter and someone turns the lights off as the ball comes out, the batter will be in the roughly the right position. Essentially, everything that you're trained up to look at with Chris Woakes. So with Chris Woakes, it'll be the ball's coming up like this and you're seeing the ball, then he does a big cock of the hand before he comes up. His front arm comes up and the ball comes from just behind his head over here. With Jasprit Bumrah, you've got none of the run-up. The ball isn't being shown as much. And then as he comes in, he also then bowls it from over here and then in front of himself. All of the things that you were trained to look for from a batter don't exist. So he's almost, there's no way that you can work this out. And if we talk about, elasticity, of the mind and how you train yourself to do it, these batters are trained on very, very standard things. It's why Brett Lee's pace wasn't as devastating as Shoaib Akhtar's pace. Other skills that Brett Lee had were, because Brett Lee came in like a normal bowler and Shoaib Akhtar and Sean Tate didn't. And it's those sorts of things. And so Bumrah has, I would say, 3 of those things on top of being probably one of the smartest cricketers we've ever seen and also being fast. Right? If he was doing all this at Mohammad Abbas's pace, and everyone here's a massive fan of Mohammad Abbas and the fact that he kicked Pep Guardiola out of a hotel room in Hampshire recently. But if he was doing it at that pace, he wouldn't have it. It's the combination of everything. And then I would go one step further. I would say that his slow ball is so good that he's almost bowling off spin with it. And so the ability to do all those different things and then know when to use them, that's why he is Jasprit Bumrah.